Great, we are live. Honestly, I don't know what actually happened. Somehow, when I first do live, for some peculiar reason, it just seems to get stuck, and I always have to do it again. And of course, welcome back to another episode of Annie D right here on the Purple Sofa. And let me tell you, Pritika Rao from Monaco, good to know that you're in. Nusrat, good, we're waving. And hi, Abhi, yeah, I can see you. Oh dear. And another Pritika Rao. Oh, it's amazing how many Pritikas there are on this show. But anyhow, hello to all of you. And of course, first of all, apologies for being a tad late. Only because, there were certain issues. Because my guest was very busy and she had quite a bit to do. But they are all on as of now. And of course, today, the episode is slightly different because there are a flurry of women somewhere around this country. And it's because of this that I've had to chase entrepreneur Mohini Sharma to find out what it's all about, the CEO of Mrs. India Inc., which recognizes women, in a totally different way. So a lot of women are scurrying around to cap that crown that will be presented by a panel which includes Soha Ali Khan and Vivek Oberoi. Yes, thank you so much, Abhi. Oh dear. So you know what? To get it from the lady herself, I think it's about time that I asked her to come on. So let's see where she is. So Mohini, where are you? Oh God, who have I sent it to? This is what I'd like to know. Right, Mohini, yes, I have got it. And let's hope this works out a lot better than last time. So sent successfully. Let's hope you can grab onto it successfully as well. But generally, I don't know what it is about connection. So Mohini, have you got my request? That's what I'd like to know. And if not, I shall send you another one. For some peculiar reason, I think what it is, after Instagram was updated, it seems to be doing worse than it ever was. So I am going to try again. Let's see. Let me try again, just in case. So I'm going to send a few. That's what I'm doing. And I know that you're on, and I've sent it again. So Mohini, if you can see that, do accept. Or give me a bit of a wave. So we can at least chat like this, if not face to face. It's not a very good substitute, but I'll take it. So Nergi, good to know that you're in as well. Have I said that right? If not, I do apologize. So Mohini, where are we in terms of connection? Yeah, yes, it's true. Yes, I'm waving to everybody, so everyone's giving me a wave. So I'm going to do that too. So let's see who is asking. Oh, right, okay, let's do this. I will go live, right, okay. Very good to know that you're in too. And I have accepted your request, Mohini, because that seems to have come through. So, either way. Oh, Mohini, at last.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Annie. How are you doing?
Oh, absolutely fine. Now, you're a busy woman. You know this. You cut it fine. You live on the edge, don't you?
I do, absolutely. We are in the middle of the grand finale week, and today is our fifth day, and we just got done with a gala dinner, a gala get-together that we had last night, which went absolutely amazing. And tomorrow we have a grand finale.
Yeah. Oh,
so
God.
Yes, we all are like kind of juggling with all the activities, all the training, stage rehearsals.
Look, you see,
But I was really looking forward to see you today.
Do you know, I feel as if I should be wearing a ball gown to fit the interview. I should have got my jewelry to fit the part. but listen, Mohini, a lot of estrogen everywhere. I can understand this. Now, just tell me a little bit about this Mrs. India Inc., from registration to the crown. What actually happens? Really interesting. Love to know about this.
It's a long journey, and I always say that it's very important for a female to take that decision. That's where the journey starts, the day she decides to be a part of beauty pageant. Because every second person ends up asking a married woman, why a beauty pageant at this age? So registration is the simplest, but the most important step, because that's where her journey starts. Once she registers, We get around thousands of registration from Pan India. So once a female register, we go through their applications and then we start shortlisting.
Right.
We shortlist around 30 to 40% applications. And after that, we go through their virtual interview.
Right.
Once they get through their virtual interview, then they can be a part of the audition. The whole
Right.
Mrs. India Inc. team, we travel to at least 6 to 7 cities every year to conduct an audition, and that's we get the most cream crowd or the most best batch that we want to have on a semi-finale grand stage.
God. So tell me this, how many people, so in numbers, if you had to give it a number, how many people actually register and how many people do you end up kind of taking, to the event?
So we yearly registration, we get 40,000 plus.
You're joking.
India is a highly populated country.
A big place.
Yes. Yes. And then, as I said, we shortlist around 30 to 40% applications. And then in the end, on a finale stage, we have around 50 to 60 semi-finalists who perform.
Gosh. Right. Okay.
For the semi-finale.
No, there are a lot of pageants. There's a world, there's a planet, there's, Miss India. So how does Miss India Inc. differ from the rest of the pageants then?
Yes. So Mrs. India works under Mrs. World. We conduct a pageant which is known as Mrs. India World. And the winner of Mrs. India World goes and represents India at Mrs. World platform.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Right. So I am the National Director of India under Mrs. World. It's like holding a franchisee.
Ah, right. Okay. So
yes.
So what is the criteria for a person? So if somebody wants to come on, what's the criteria that they need for your particular pageant?
Now, this is a very vague question, and I may answer not very clearly, not very bluntly, because we exactly don't have a criteria when we talk about married women. There's no stats that we are looking for, no height, no specific weight, but one who carries that wisdom, that knowledge, a beautiful story to inspire others is what exactly we are looking for. Lady doesn't need to be very overconfident, very confident, but if we see that spark, if we see that passion, who can cover the journey beautifully, who can explore herself, who can transform herself and inspire everyone around during her journey, is the female that we are looking for. As we say in Mrs. India Inc., we aren't looking for models, we are looking for role models.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, is it mostly the married women that come to you rather than single women? Like, is it the usual pageant? Is that what we're looking for then? Someone who has a story, who's had a life behind them.
Yes.
Is that what we're looking for?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And these are the stories that inspire others. Inspire me as well. I learn each day from every contestant. There's some unique feature that I come across. There's some unique story that I come across. And we have number of examples to share. They make me proud. And I'm very proud of all my contestants.
Oh, lovely. What's the age limit, though? Because I want to know if I can come on here. I could do with the grooming.
You are beautiful, Annie. You can definitely come. Surely, anytime. You can. Absolutely. You'll be one of the strongest contenders. Trust me.
Okay.
So, this year, our youngest contestant is 26 years old. Last year, the youngest contestant was 24 years old. The only criteria that we have, female needs to be married, of course, 18 above, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
And she should be holding an Indian passport.
Right, okay.
And naturally born female.
Okay,
so these are the three. So these are the three criteria that has been set by Mrs. World, and we follow the same. Well, the world is changing, the generation is changing, and I'm sure if you are aware that there has been contestants in Miss Pageant who has done very
Oh, I
well.
lost. Hmm. Oh, have we stopped a bit? Have we frozen a bit? I think. Oh, good. I've
Am
got
I
you back.
back?
Yes, you are back.
Okay.
Right. So,
In Philippines, there was an example of a female who was a naturally born female,
yeah.
and she did pretty well, and she also won the national title of her own
Wow.
country, Miss
Fantastic.
Philippines. Yes,
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 of course, because things are changing, and of course, then you obviously have to then change your assessment and everything that you do. I mean, I think that's adapting with the real world and moving with the times. I think this is what it's about. So that's
yes,
absolutely fabulous, actually. Now, you're not really that new to this. Now, you are the winner for Miss India Inc. for 2016, aren't you?
yes,
Have I got the
yes.
date right?
So yes, 2000. Yeah, absolutely. 2016 was when I won the national pageant of Mrs. India, and I
Mm,
got an opportunity to represent India at Mrs. World. And this took
mm,
place in Korea. Well,
mm.
I couldn't make it even at the top 10. I was pretty
Yeah.
well prepared and I was well trained. I was very confident, but unfortunately, I couldn't make it to top 10. And that's when I started thinking, what can be done? Because India holds
Mm,
all the capability, India holds all the talent and skills that is required to get that Mrs. World crown back in India.
yeah.
It's been 20 years since India won that Mrs. World crown. It was in 2000. It was in 99, I guess. So it was long back. It's been
Gosh,
20 years since
that's a
we.
long time
Yeah. It's
ago.
been 20. Absolutely. So we are working towards it with one mission, one goal. And yes, my journey is still on.
Mm.
My journey started, as you said, my journey started in 2016, and I'm still on this path with the same dream what I had on day one.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I mean, but you really did extreme. You decided to literally take the reins and have a franchise of your own. So it really must have affected you. The whole journey in the competition. Is that what happened? I mean, did it really make you question? Is that why you did it yourself?
So you mean to say why I couldn't make it? Why I couldn't
No,
make it to
why,
the
how,
crown?
what, no, your inspiration for actually taking the reins and actually doing it yourself. Now, that's a big decision to take a franchise of your
Right,
own.
right. Because while coming back to India, I was a little shattered. I was quite upset. And while coming back to India on the way, I had many questions in my mind popping up
Yeah.
because I knew that I gave my 500%. I was pretty
Mm.
confident. I knew I would definitely get that crown. And suddenly your bubble just burst. How
Yeah.
it feels. It feels very
Gosh.
bad. And I didn't have plan B. I
Yeah.
was completely relying on my dream, on my goal, confidently working for it.
Mm.
But while coming back, I had number of questions in my head, and when peacefully I started thinking about it, I started getting my answers at the same time.
Mm.
After covering the whole journey, it was very easy for me to look back, find the loopholes, find the flaws.
Yeah.
And I started thinking, what can I do with all these answers? What can
Yeah.
I do to fill in all these flaws, all these
Mm.
loopholes? And I started working for it, only to build
Wow.
a better path for my incoming queens so we can get, as a team, we can get that crown back in India.
Right.
So
Ah.
after losing the pageant, I definitely realized that definitely winning the crown was my goal.
Yeah.
But bigger than that, the goal was to get the crown back in India. It really doesn't matter who does it. Whether it's
Right.
me, whether it's my incoming queen, whether it's
Yeah.
the queen of 2022 or 2023. Hopefully, we'll get it this year. I really
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah.
wait till
No, I hope so.
2022. Yeah, but this was the dream. This is the dream. And recently, one of my orientation session, one contestant asked me that, Mohini, what would be your plan? Like, what is the first thing you would do once we get the
Yeah.
crown back in India? My answer was, I never thought of it. I really had to think at that moment
Yeah.
because I never thought, like, what would I do if I get the crown?
Yeah.
And my answer was, I will definitely start planning how can we have it consecutively for 2 years. And then
Yeah. Well done.
after having for the second time, then for 3 years.
You're not
So yes,
satisfied.
I'm not satisfied. My journey, my winning 2016 gave me my purpose of life.
Yeah.
I knew what I had to work for. I got to know what I'm living for, and
You
I'm
know,
working for it each day.
what I love though, that you literally took your learnings and you're literally helping other women. And it's really about anybody that it's about hoisting that flag, the Indian flag. However we do, whoever does it, the main aim seems to be hoisting that flag and literally putting it on the map. See, that's what I like about this. It's not much about self as much as about the country. I think maybe that's the
Absolutely.
feeling that I love. So walk me through, literally walk me through, no irony here, but walk me through the grooming process. So how do you help women though? What do you do? What are the different things that you teach them in the pageant?
So there are different areas that we work on, which includes your emotional department, your mental
Yeah,
department, your physical appearance, your presentation, your
yeah.
body language, your fitness, your diet,
Wow.
your communication skill. How do you even smile? Even that is the most important part, because when
Yeah,
you're on stage, the first thing that we notice is a
yeah.
contestant's smile.
Okay.
So yes, these are the areas that we work on, and I believe India has best of the experts to
Yeah.
groom ladies in these areas. So we have a fitness expert on board who is
Mm.
my reigning queen, Oimi Barua. We have a holistic wellness coach, Dr. Mickey Mehta, who's been
Oh,
working on
yes.
contestants. Yes, who's
Yeah, I
been working on
recognize him.
contestants since. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no, no, I tell you why,
Then
because he used to be on radio. He used to have a show on Radio 1 when I was there. So
yes,
Mickey Mehta used to be in the
yes.
mornings.
Okay, so he's on board with us as a wellness coach. Then we have Dr. Shivangi Malatia, who's quite
Wow.
spiritual and who tries to create that mental and emotional balance
Yeah.
among the ladies so that they can handle stress, they can handle competition very well during
Wow.
the national pageant. And so these are the list of experts. Audrey De Silva has been Miss India Goa in 2017,
Yeah.
anchor and an actress, very beautiful with a communication skill, who's been working in grooming and on grooming and communication of these contestants. So these
Mm.
are the different experts I have on board who've been working on contestants since last 3 months. And my contestants, like every year, they transform beautifully.
Wow.
Beautifully. They learn each day. They are dedicated. They are consistent because they take this competition very seriously,
Yeah.
not to win, but to discover themselves, to transform themselves, and to be the best version of themselves.
Wow. Gosh,
So I personally, we all believe that Mrs. India Inc. is definitely a national beauty pageant, but it's a journey of self-transformation and self-discovery.
it's like nurturing a plant, isn't it? I mean, so so
Yes.
so tell me this. So you know what? So here's a question that I ask. So a woman that comes in, you've groomed her, you've had all this expertise work on her. So when she leaves, is she a changed woman? Do you hear stories of women almost turning their life around afterwards?
Annie, you won't believe sometimes when we see women in person after training them because we've been training them virtually. These ladies
Yeah,
are from different corners of India. It's very difficult to have them at one place, and virtual training has worked beautifully for us.
yeah.
When we saw these ladies for the first time at the venue, we were not able to recognize so many of
Wow.
them in a good way.
Yeah.
That's the way they transform. My couture designer, who's also a jury, who's also on the panel as a jury, Masumi Mewawala,
Hmm.
she was surprised. The sizes changed, the
Wow.
looks
I need
changed,
this.
everything like changed, literally changed as if we are meeting them after years. So
Right.
this is the example they set, and that's how they inspire other women around them. They make them believe that anything and everything is possible. There is no age to it. You don't need to be a young, beautiful girl to transform, to groom, to take that risk, to take that leap of faith. So, yeah, they go through an amazing transformation. That is something I can vouch on with Mrs. India Inc.
So have you ever had a letter of complaint from a partner? What have you done to my wife? Give her back.
No, fortunately not. Fortunately not. We've had happiest husbands and happiest children who meet us on the grand finale night. And the spark in their eyes, I see the happiness in their heart. It's the real earning. It's the real output of the whole pageant in the end of the day.
It's literally a makeover. You know, God, I would love to be able to go through all of those and to see if I can lose a few pounds myself, actually.
I am definitely, we are going to discuss on this for sure, for sure. And Annie, also, this is not only a transformational journey for the women, but for their family as well, to accept this new change, to accept what this woman, the new path that woman is taking up. So sometimes, I'm not categorizing, but then in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, sometimes it gets difficult for family, husband and in-laws to accept this new idea of married women joining a beauty pageant. But trust me, they just accept it. At the same time, when women are here with us for a week, for 8 days, when we are conducting the whole competition, these husbands, they become a second mother to their kids.
Wow. So there's another... It's holistic training.
Absolutely. So there's another transformational journey that husbands go through. There's another transformational journey that kids go through. So many kids, so many ladies, they've left their kids alone with their husband for the first time.
Not left their husbands, right, after this?
No. Husband is not letting them go for sure after this. After female being so famous and well-known, husband is not letting her go anywhere.
So as long as that doesn't happen. Oh dear. But you weren't always in the business. You obviously have something else as well. You're also an educationist, aren't you?
Yes. So I've always been an educationist, and as we mentioned, 2016 was the year since I started my journey of pageantry. But this was completely unexpected. I never knew that I'll end up, though I was always very passionate. I took a while to discover my passion, to discover my purpose of life. But yes, I have always been around kids since years. And not a basically teacher, but I am very good in organizing and managing. That's why maybe I've been able to manage this whole, organize this whole pageant very well. So, running business has always been my passion, and we run 2 schools in the outskirts of Mumbai, which is a state board school.
Yeah. Wow. This is a lot. So you're doing that, and you're doing this as well. Wow. That's amazing. And they run side by side. So, not bad at all. Well, good thing about your school, you've got a good feeder for lots of mothers to come into the pageant at least.
Absolutely. You got it right.
So it's part of the same business. But Mohini, how are you thinking of developing this concept for the future? So now we're in 21, so you've got your grand finale tomorrow. So we're looking at 22, 23. How would you think you'll be changing it? Are you adding something? Will you be adapting it in any particular way? Are you thinking about something new to do with the pageant in future years?
So currently, my only aim is to reach out to the cities. India is a huge country, and we've not been able to reach in tier 3 cities. There's so many small towns and villages. We haven't been able to reach there. So I would like to reach there and give those ladies an opportunity to dream, to take these steps what my tier 1 cities have been fortunate to take. This is my goal for 22, 23, to reach out as much as possible, to have at least 80,000 plus applications in a year. That's when we will understand, that's when we will be confident that yes, people know and people are adapting change. It's not only Mrs. India Inc. as an organization adapting change, But at the same time, if we are able to give that opportunity to the society and make them adapt this whole new idea of married women being a part of the beauty pageant, that's when I think we'll be able to make some difference in the society.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about society accepting it, as we said as well, that it's nothing
Absolutely.
bad. There's nothing wrong on concentrating and developing yourself when it comes to a woman, because I think a lot of these smaller cities are still very particular and is still a bit closed, possibly. So it's a big process, but you are an educationist, so you should be effective. So,
We are working hard towards it. I'm sure we will do it, hopefully, being positive.
yeah, so so good luck for that. But would you ever think of doing a Mr. India Inc. by any chance?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
So it's an idea.
I don't think so. It's an amazing idea. Why not? Why not? But we already have Times in India, Times doing Mr. India already. So I'm not very sure if I'll be getting into that department. I'm very happy with Mrs. India World.
You could
very
do husband
happy.
Wife. It could be prom king, prom queen, that kind of a thing.
I may start with the kids pageant, teens and the younger ones. That may interest me, and that has a lot of scope, I feel.
But what is the end game though? What is the end game for somebody who's won? What are they hoping to now? What are they hoping to do with themselves or their life now? Or what are you hoping that they do with their life after this, if they win?
The whole pageantry journey is a very long process. The journey is very long. It's a long-term plan that they work on. After national pageants, they work for at least 5 to 6 months for the national pageant. And once a female, even for the national pageant, we train our contenders and we try to prepare each contestant for the world level. Though they are performing for Mrs. India crown, but our mentors are training them for Mrs. World. I feel that each contestant is very well prepared for the Mrs. World platform. One winner who wins the crown, we will start her grooming, her training, all the areas, as I mentioned, we'll be working on that. And she'll at least get a period of 2 to 3 months for the Mrs. World platform. Once she represents India at Mrs. World platform, unfortunately, if we get the crown, then again, she will be the mentor, the guide, the inspiration, the representative of all the married women of the world.
Wow.
And then again, she'll have to travel all over the world, all other different countries for the national pageant, share her experience, prepare these ladies who are working for their national crown. So here I would like to add that on our judging panel, we have Caroline Jury as one of the judge, who's the reigning Mrs. World of 2020.
Wow.
These are the duties and responsibilities one holds after winning the international crown.
Right. So it's passing it on all the time. So it's a transient thing, isn't it? It's passing it on.
Yes. It's not only the crown that Queen gives to her successor, but a lot of learnings, lot of responsibility, experience. The list is long.
Right. So this, oh gosh. If you do decide to do a Mr. Inc. of some sort, or couples Inc., I don't know, it would be fantastic. I would really be wondering. But listen, so your judges, I mean, am I right in assuming that Soha Ali Khan and Vivek Oberoi are also part of your board as well? How did you get them on?
Oh, Soha Ali Khan, I think, is an epitome of Indian married woman. She is a beautiful mother, a beautiful daughter. She has been playing multiple roles, not only on camera, but in her family off camera as well. And we were quite, we were able to relate to her. She was able to connect to my brand. She feels so comfortable with all the contestants, and my contestants really look up to her. So I thought she is the best representative who can represent Indian married women, who can guide them, who can train them.
Absolutely.
Women look up to her. Like every Indian woman, I feel, look up to her.
And she's very well
So,
spoken, well read. She's pretty
oh,
much the
she
whole
is.
package in
That
that
goes
world.
without saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes, 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 yes.
I
She's from
think
a
I
royal family.
absolutely, and I think I heard also one of Kareena Kapoor's interviews where she was a bit very, very particular with Soha because Soha is so kind of with it and
Yes,
educated, almost scared to
yes,
have a conversation with
yes.
her.
She's very sweet with us though, but then she comes across as a very soft personality with a strong-headed mind,
Absolutely. I've heard her
which is
speak
a
actually, one
perfect
of her
balance.
speeches. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. So, it would
She's
be
an
amazing to see
author.
her. Yes,
Yes,
abs
yes.
I know because I think she brought out a book a couple of years ago, I think. I mean, I could be wrong,
Yeah,
but my
yes,
timings,
she did.
years and figures are not my thing. They're your thing, but they're not my thing.
You're right. You're right. It was a couple of years ago. You're right.
Right. So tell me a little bit about the grand finale tomorrow. What's the atmosphere like? What's the energy like? So how is it all going? How are the preparations going for the grand finale tomorrow?
So we have almost all the experts
Yeah.
at the venue right now, all the mentors. We are just waiting for our judges to join in. Hopefully
Mm.
tonight they'll reach the venue. And now, like within half an hour, we'll start with our stage rehearsal, technical rehearsal.
Wow.
I'll get an idea of the whole show, how it's going to
Yeah.
be. And yes, tomorrow I'm getting goosebumps while I'm talking to
Oh
you
my
about it.
gosh.
We work the whole year for this day,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we are going to have a grand night with
Wow.
the most amazing judges. Our judges are Sohali Khan, Vivek Oberoi,
Yeah.
Carolyn Jury, Mrs. World 2020, the reigning Mrs. India, Dr. Rashi Jain, and
Hmm.
a finale outfit designer, Masumi Mewawala. So this is
Wow.
our panel of jury.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are looking forward for this amazing night. Contestants are very nervous, very
I can
excited. They all
imagine.
have this mixed feelings.
Oh, it's
So
amazing. It's amazing. I wish I was there. I'd love to see because I'm not one of those women, so I can enjoy it. So I'm not the one getting nervous.
absolutely. Even I get nervous. Even I get those jitters and butterfly in my stomach.
Right. So what are the tips that you would give? So anyone thinking of coming onto or being a part of a beauty pageant, what are the tips that you would give them then? Okay. So if they wanted to come on.
So tip number one, you don't need to have a motive to be
Hmm.
a part of a beauty pageant. You
Yeah.
can be a beauty queen
Uh-huh.
just by yourself because you want to be here.
Yeah.
You don't need to be an actress or a plan to be an actress or get into Bollywood or any glamour industry.
Mm.
It's a part and parcel. It comes in a package. If it happens,
Yeah.
well and good. But if you are planning to join a beauty pageant, then there need to be no reason. Just do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Second tip is you can be a part of beauty pageant only if you can enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
With the whole pressure of competition, with the whole stress, you'll never be able to enjoy the journey and you'll never be able to transform yourself. What are we aiming for? You'll never be able to
Yeah.
have those learnings, what we are providing you. So
Mm.
these are the two tips that I give to my ladies. Enjoy your journey because in the end, all you can take with yourself are the memories,
The
are the
memories.
beautiful relation with the sister queens.
Oh, wow. So they must get, really get close. Once the competition's over, they must be really close after that.
No, I believe even now they are.
Right. So what are the obstacles that they can face though? Because they also need to be aware of, the slightly darker side of it. So what are the things they need to overcome or be aware of, in the process?
It's very natural to come across these obstacles and hurdles, and I'm
Yeah.
able to confidently convey this, express this because I myself have been a part of national and
Yeah.
international competition. Stress, anxiety,
Mm.
pressure, jealousy,
Yeah.
inferiority. These
Yeah.
are the only obstacles that one come across during the
Mm.
national and the international pageant. So that's the reason why I said you need to enjoy your journey.
Yeah. This is it.
If you're
Oh,
able to enjoy your journey, if you're able to live your moment, give your 100% in your learnings during your
yeah.
rehearsals, you will automatically start excluding all these negative emotions that can be your major and biggest obstacle that may stop you growing, that may stop you exploring yourself, because
Yeah.
you get very confined when you are burdened with all these negative emotions.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're not the best of yourself, I think. This is what it is, and that's what a winner needs to be. So the profile of a winner needs to be confident, needs to have a story, obviously needs to be mentally and physically fit, needs to have a sense of humor. So, so,
Perfect,
and
Annie. You are all set and you're all prepared, and you can be next year's contestant.
oh
You're
God,
on point.
so I'm
I'll wait
figuring
for
it
your
out.
application.
Oh dear, oh dear. Do I love for the time. So is it because of the pandemic they were kind of online? Are we waiting for it to be absolutely to have a physical presence, for everybody to be there? When do you think we'll be there? When will we be at a point where everybody can enjoy the moment, where we can all take part and watch, as in, rather than be on stage? So do you find that you're limited right now, obviously, because of the pandemic and the situation that we're in?
We were limited. I won't say that we are limited currently. We were limited when we planned our auditions.
Mm,
The auditions were planned in 7 different cities,
yeah.
and the lockdown were announced just a month before the auditions.
Mm.
So we had planned everything. We had booked the venues, and we were like
Yeah,
all ready. And then the only option we had was to conduct virtual audition, which turned out to
yeah.
be the best audition ever, because through virtual auditions we were able to audition ladies from from the small towns, from
Everywhere.
villages that we
Wow.
wouldn't have been able to reach.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
yes, we were able to interview all these ladies, and technology worked very well for us. Also, we've never provided training for 3 months, which we were able to do so this year.
Yeah, that's a
Again, thanks to the
godsend.
virtual training. Yeah, it all
Yeah,
worked. It all worked in a favor. Honestly, it
yeah.
all worked in a favor. And
Wow.
that's the reason why we've had this beautifully transformed ladies. We are at this place, the Delton, Daman,
Mm,
since last 1 week. We
mm.
are doing very well. Daman fortunately has uh, the city has 0 cases,
Yeah,
and hence
wow.
we selected this place. Also, the property, the Delton, has always been a. And this is the second year we have associated with the Delton. It's a 5-star,
Mm,
beautiful property with a nice, amazing aura and energy.
yeah.
You should definitely come here once. You will
I
enjoy the
might.
place.
You're
You'll love this
tempting
place.
me. You're tempting me.
You'll see the stories on our profile on our page. It's a very beautiful property. So we are here since last 1 week. And yeah, we are having an amazing time. We are all
Yeah.
set and well prepared for the grand finale that's taking place tomorrow.
Wow. So
So
next
no,
year,
we are
what?
not limited.
Oh God, I know by the looks of it. In fact, you're getting it stronger and stronger year by year. What's your plan for next year? What's the location? Same or somewhere else?
Next year is the 2021. The
Mm.
2020 event that got delayed is happening right now.
All right.
And
Okay.
yeah, so we'll be having 2021 event within next 8 months. And the
Hmm.
plan is to conduct our grand finale in Goa.
Well, oh my God, you must tell me. I'll tell you why. You must tell me when, and I'll tell you why, because I visit Goa often, and I usually go to the south. Are
Oh,
you going to the north, or are you going to be in the south?
we haven't decided the place yet. We are still exploring the
South,
properties.
south, south, south.
Okay, done, ma'am. So we are expecting our finale to take place in the month of September or October 2021.
Right, you must tell me because I need to be there and I'll plan it accordingly. I want to see these women myself and I want to see how it all works. And the grand
So
finale dinner wouldn't go amiss.
I am expecting you to be here in Goa as a contestant, right? Can I expect?
Not as a contestant, honestly. If you had to look below, I think it would require more than a few months to slimline whatever's below
I
the
don't
neck.
think so, Annie. See, this is where we lag. This is all a woman. No, I'm not prepared right now. I need some more time. We will do better.
I
I
need
need
more than
time to
time.
think. No, no.
But I'll definitely come there to watch and enjoy the moment. I just have to. So you have to tell me exactly. I'm going to ask Nusrat, and she's going to inform me as to the
Done,
update.
done,
Oh,
done, done,
fantastic.
done.
Well, all I can say is I'm gonna close off here and say, give a very good luck to all the contestants that have made it this far, and all the families, to be honest, for being really good about it. Because to be honest, without their support, women in this country probably wouldn't be able to do it happily as well. So I'm really going to give kudos to them, and of course to you, because you're getting nervous as well for all of your women. So good luck
Yes.
to you.
Thank
Oh
you so
dear.
much, Annie. It was really nice talking to you, and thank you
Oh,
so much for having me.
no, an absolute pleasure. I hope it goes well. I hope to see you in Goa, and all your women and 40,000 contestants. Well, the ones that are filtered, the 40% of the 80,000. And of course, all my listeners right now, and the people that will come after, because I get a lot of people looking at the IGTV after. So if all of you, if you didn't get a chance to see Mohini now, you will get to see her on YouTube when I put it up there, and also on my website, www.annied.in, and you get to see all the articles as well. So Mohini, thank you so much once again for coming on, and I hope it all goes well. My blessings are with all of you.
You're welcome, Annie. Thank you so much.
All right then, take care. Bye now.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.